Even though Clarissa's preparing for a fight for February 22nd, it seemed like her biggest fight is with social media. Let's talk about it. They 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 talk about it. Welcome back to She Could Talk the Podcast. I'm your host, Gangalee. Hey, and that's Gangalee on all streaming platforms. If you want to check out my music, look for the red glasses, look for the locks. You tell me if I can rock, okay? Okay. But over here on YouTube, on She Could Talk the Podcast, this is where I react to everything. I react to news, sports, crimes, musicians, politicians, YouTubers, TikTokers. If they're talking about it, I'm talking about it. Okay? Okay. And as you can see, we're back at the dinner table with Clarenzo. We are. So, she loves to go take us to dinner nightly on Snapchat and or YouTube in this instance, and air her grievances, how she hates us, right? So, what I wanted to do was just kind of mix it up a little bit. So, I wanted to say, first of all, congratulations, because I put up a poll early in the week, and I said, what did you want to go live? What did you want to do a live premiere on Friday? And I put up a poll of 3 different topics. Of course, the never-ending saga of Papoose has won, and that's why we're here. Okay? So, Claressa, unfortunately, people love to hear about you. What do you want from me? So, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Now, the runner-up, I might do something for the runner-up. I don't know, but congratulations. So here we are. So what I wanted to do, now, in addition to some of the lives that she gave us this week, I also wanted to go into just what else social media is saying about her, right? Because it's literally like everyone except Claressa right now is punching the air, because we're like, are we crazy? Are we delusional at this point, right? So and she had a couple of choice things to say on her last live. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So without further ado, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, of course. You can definitely go over to her page. And of course, shout out to Claressa. I did basically get this from her page for reaction purposes. Not using a lot. But and we're not twisting her words. That's what I do. I just react to what they say. I tell you this all the time. So we're going to start without further ado. This was her dinner the other night with us. We were always her dinner date. And she was talking about a lot of the social media grievances that she's been receiving lately. So let's get into it without further ado.
He said, you're great. Only great to deal with this. And I'm great. I mean, I'm the greatest at what I do. I'll put something on my face. Yeah, it's right there.
Boogers.
Yeah, I'm the greatest at what I do. So I really can't even be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can be mad because people lying. Like, I heard something about CTE and mental illness and mental disability. And it was like, listen, I thank God that I outgrew some things when I was younger, like that I couldn't talk. And, I was hard of hearing. And I was very emotionally unstable. Like, I outgrew those things. But I just find it so crazy that people try to talk about those things as if I'm not 30 years old. Like I wasn't 17 signing $100,000 deals. Like
I'm going to let her continue.
I wasn't 21 NBC Olympics commercial, Dick's Sporting Goods endorsement, Powerade endorsement.
I'm just curious. Where are those endorsements now, Claressa? I think they were definitely great when you were 17 and 21, because you were a gold medalist Olympian, as you should have been on the Wheaties box, should have been getting all of those endorsements. But where are they now? Where are they now? Who are your endorsers, or who's endorsing the fight on your behalf? Who's endorsing you? I see you wear Skims, the Ellos, everything from Louis Vuitton to Van Cleef. Who's endorsing you? I see you, you drink water with the vitamin powder in it. Who's endorsing you? But let's continue.
Um, come on, Under Armour.
At 30. Because that's the thing, like it reminds me of like, and you see this a lot, like especially I call it the high school jock syndrome. You ever seen that football player who was like the cutest in high school, well built, good looking, head full of hair, right? Star athlete. All the chicks wanted him, right? And for some reason or another, he didn't go to the NFL or he didn't even go to college. He didn't even leave the town, right? And then you left, you lived a fulfilled life, and you come back and you're like, I know that's not the star athlete from when we were in high school. Dude looks older than me. We are the same age, and dude looks 40 years my senior. You ever see that? Or they're like super out of shape. And then when you talk to them, they're like, oh, back in the day, remember when I used to throw that touchdown? And they just have their glory day memories. Remember when I won the such and such? Remember when I did that touchdown? Remember I threw that pass and you caught it? And they just are stuck in the glory days. You can use it for anything, you know. Um, I don't know, just like someone that skips over, just reverts back to 10 or more years because that was the plateau in their mind. And I know people might be like, oh, what, that's insulted. But I'm not saying that's what's happening with Claressa. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just observant. All right. Now, the CTE and all the other stuff, I haven't seen anyone say that they think she has CTE. I've seen people ask if she has CTE or if she's on the spectrum because of the way she talks and the delusion, if you will. But I haven't seen anyone say that personally. If you've seen someone out there, correct me, guys. Keep me honest, but I haven't seen that. But it reminds me of that. Like when she talks about these medals, like, girl, you were 17 and 21, and I'm not saying nothing about your medals. I'm not knocking them. That is we always recognize that. Okay, you lead first with every room that you go into. But how is it going to be at 50? Right? Because you always say 50 is old, 40 is old. We're old people, right? And you're telling people at 50 that you were two-time gold medalist, blah, 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 blah. Do you know how many old Olympians there are right now that done what you've done, got the medal, and just a regular, like, live regular lives, right? You got the souvenir to tell the story. You got the medal to tell the story. What else have you done? Right? And that's the thing that I think it's not bridging. But let's continue.
Endorsement. Like when I hear people talk like this, I'd be like, yo, that is crazy that people really come at me when it was like at the age of 17, I was doing better than 98% of people in the world. At 17. At 17 years old, I was doing better than 98% of people in the world. That's
So we get it. You're part of the 1%. But you know what I like, for example, what I respect about 50? Even though 50 is a super rich man, he doesn't belittle people for not being as rich as him. I know you've seen that Louis Vuitton in the garbage with the Campbell's soup guys. And it was a double entendre to that post, in my opinion. The obvious, right? But to even go beyond that, he put that post up and he said, oh, Campbell's soup said that this was for poor people. I'm offended because I've been eating this since I was poor. I'm not eating this no more. The deepness to that statement it's a double entendre. Follow me. The deepness to that statement is, he threw a shot, 3 shots at several different recipients in that post. But shortly after that, immediately after that, Campbell's Soup said, hey, we would love to invite you to the plant so you can see that we're not using bioengineered meat, and we would love for to give you a tour, 50 Cent. Please don't do that to us. Power. Just like the name of his show and his series. The second part of that is he's never changed since he was poor. He said he's been eating Campbell's soup since he was poor. And now to hear that that's for poor people, he's offended. Because you cannot forget where you came from. Right? And just like the Campbell soup was in the garbage, that Louis Vuitton shopping bag was in the garbage. So that's the thing. You know, you were doing better than 98% of the people out there. So you're part of the 1%. Ask the people, do a pulse check out there. Ask your friends. Because in this live, a couple of them threw some trolling remarks at yourself. One said, oh, we need to mind our poor business. You know, you don't think they feel away? And I'm going to circle back on that in a minute. But you got to be careful with what you say because you think you're offending us. But those jabs don't hurt us as much as they hurt the people that's around you. Trust me. And they feel away. They ain't going to tell you they do because they're close to your money. But you feel I'm poor? Let's see who's poor. That's what they're saying.
That's the part.
Yeah, they'll be poor while you pay for everything.
Who retarded. But you, been in your life, you 40, 50 years old, still struggling. Can't figure out life. You got a mental, you're stuck in the same place. You're stuck in the mud.
So great she said that. Because that's just basically what I was trying to say with her and her Olympic medals. I'm not trying to take that tarnish away or, tarnish her medals or take that away from her. You got your medals. When you were 21 and 17, you're 30 now. What else are you doing? Can we get a little bit more knockouts on your belt, on your record? Can we get some endorsements in 2026? Real endorsements. Not win records. Let's continue.
Stuck in the mud. We got people who got failed rap careers, failed YouTubers. Now they want to be comedians, and now they being failed comedians. It's just bad at life. They're just doing bad.
I'm going to tell you like this. Because I don't know who you're talking to about the failed rap career, because we could throw Papoose in there with us. But I can battle you. I could. And you can have Papoose write for you. I don't give a fuck. Because when you talk about rap, that's my side of the house. For real, for real. I may not be able to jump in the ring with you, but I could jump in the booth. So I don't know who you're talking to, but go ahead and look me up. And that's on everything. The coldest ever.
People
Gongali. The coldest ever.
Have seen in 10 years is crazy.
And I don't even know if she's talking to me, but rap, don't talk about people's rap careers. You know what I'm saying? Get a little sensitive in my shit. Nah, I'm just joking, guys. I don't really give a fuck what she said because I know she ain't talking to me, but that still stands. Rap, I may not be able to box you, but that's not my ring. But you come over here to my ring, we can sing.
Papoose. Papoose.
What's on her mind daily?
Papoose. Papoose.
Who does she have to pay his bills?
Cause I be on that mug.
Papoose. Have seen in 10 years is crazy.
Who's Remy's husband? Who's Remy's husband? Who's Reminisce's daddy?
Papoose.
Who's Shamil's daddy?
Papoose. Papoose.
Who owes taxes?
Can't be on it. Cause I be on that mug.
Papoose. Yeah.
Whose taxes are you gonna pay, Claressa?
Papoose.
I love it. I just think it's funny. This
Papoose.
is jokes.
Every time I say his name, it get more and more comments. You get the flying. Papoose. Give me 2,000. Papoose, Papoose, Papoose. Come on. Let's go.
What else could I say? I wish I could think of some more stuff to say, but it's funny.
Come on. Come on. Yum. Papoose. Papoose be hitting this Papoose.
That's too graphic. I don't even want to visualize it. Blech. Grandpa in it.
so mad. That man is happy and in love. Y'all is so mad. That's crazy.
When she went to bring him that food, my opinion, this is my opinion, and he was sitting in the back in the bed in the dark. Like, did you see how far down the hallway she walked, and she turned to made a left and walked farther down another hallway into the dark to bring him a plate? He is truly removed from the rest of the house. He is back there probably like, Reb, how long I gotta be over here?
Yo, I'm sitting there minding my business on Twitter, and I see a tweet, and somebody tagged me, and it was her.
So she's talking about Franchon Cruz.
And she tagged me, and she like, what that girl tagged me and say? I guess they're making up a narrative that now she got the fight, but she's supposed to take the fall and some other stuff. We all know that that's not true because Franchon not built like that. Like, if anybody wants to beat me in a fight, it's Franchon. I've literally kicked her ass 3 times in the amateurs and made her not be undefeated in the pros. Like, she wants to beat me very, very bad. And she tweeted and she was like, I guess she don't like the narrative that people saying that she's gonna take a fall or some stuff. And she tweeted me and was like, I may not be able to beat the media and I may not be able to beat that, but I can beat Claressa Shields, some, and like tagged her sponsors. And then when she did that, I just responded and said, you can't whoop shit. You ain't gonna beat me in no fight. And then she responded with, shut the fuck up, bitch. I was like, I'm like, oh my God. Not Franchon calling a person who's giving her biggest payday a biatch. What?
So who's giving her biggest payday? How does that work? Is Claressa paying Franchon to fight her? I thought it was a purse. How does that work?
Nah, she calling me a biatch. And so I just responded and said, good promo. Because I seen her make a comment when I was being trolled and she put on her good promo. But I don't think that somebody trolling me and disrespecting me is no good promo. I think it's disrespectful promo. But I'm going to find a way to turn it around up in my favor.
Do you remember in the beginning of this video here, she said that she had issues when she was little, lack of emotional control or emotional intelligence. She couldn't speak. She couldn't hear. She was deaf, dumb, and mute. Do you remember she just said that in the beginning? She looks like she's losing control.
Calling me a biatch. And so I just responded and said, good promo. Because I seen her make a comment when I was being trolled and she put on her good promo. But I don't think that somebody trolling me and disrespecting me is no good promo. I think it's disrespectful promo. But I'm going to find a way to turn it around up in my favor. But yeah, she called me a biatch. And then as she called me a biatch, she went on there and posted a picture of a split picture of me and her. She had a picture of the world. She had on a silver medal. And then had a picture of me when I had on my Olympic gold medal. And I said, you must be a little slow. Because I know you must have won a gold medal somewhere in your little amateur career. And you going to put up a silver? So I had to cook her on the silver part. I said, nah, you don't get to post no silver and then put me.
Didn't she say she went to college on this live? Did Claressa go to college? What college did she go to? Was it an associate's college, like a community college? I'm just curious.
Next to it and then be like, oh, you can't little girl me. I can, big
Did
mama.
she graduate?
I can, and I will. February 22nd, I'm waking everybody ass up. I mean that.
The crazy thing is this is just my opinion. Even if she wins, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference on her side. Because if you just look at the temperature of social media, the real social media, not the one she pays for. Okay.
I mean,
they don't care one way or the other about this girl. I'm seeing it to the point where they be like, in the shade room like, you're bothering us. Can't you, like, they'd be like, why y'all messing with Claressa? She'll be like, why are you bothering us? She bothers us. Like, people be going crazy up in there. They'd be like, well, no. This is what I meant to hit y'all with, the laugh. Because people be like, I know y'all got more than that up there. I do. Let me hit y'all with that laugh. Because people be like, I'm bothered. Take me out the group chat. We hate Pap because of her. Isn't that crazy? Pap was loved. Truly loved. Until he got with this chick. We hate him. Literally everything about. We don't want bars on wheels. That's the pulse of the people right now. Because of her. But let's continue.
You talk shit? You wish bad on me? Oh.
No one's wishing bad on you.
I'm gonna show you.
This post says, I'm a wife before a mom. I feel like that.
Grown
I should be
folks
gripping that
having
rice.
power of attorney over other grown folks. Not in my life. Are y'all slow? That is crazy.
Girl, you know you signed Papoose onto all them accounts, allegedly. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking.
Work how y'all be saying stuff. Lord, I be like, listen, some of the stuff that y'all come up with, it like, if y'all listen to some of these people, y'all are just as slow as them. All these fake bloggers, fake podcasters, fake YouTubers. How do you have a YouTube channel that only got 4K subscribers and you've been on YouTube 12 years and this is your job?
Ooh.
So somebody hit me up and was like, is she talking about you because you've been on there for 12 years? No, she's not talking about me because I only got 3,000 subscribers, guys. I don't have 4,000. So she can't possibly be talking about me. And like I told you guys a couple of episodes back myself, that even though this account shows, 12 years that it's been active, I've only been using it for a year for reactions. So my podcast, my terrestrial podcast, I used it for the overflow of just throwing up the audio videos for about 5 years now. But I said, I could do a little bit more with this channel. And then a year ago, so 1 year anniversary to me, I've been doing this. But is this my job? No. I won't tell you what my job is. It's very interesting, but this isn't it. This isn't my job. And I don't even know she was talking to me because, like I said, she said, let's hear it one more time. Let's hear it one more time. That can't possibly be me because I only got 3,000 subscribers.
My life, are y'all slow? That is crazy work how y'all be saying stuff. Lord, I be
Isn't it funny how she always loves to call people slow? Okay.
like, listen, some of the stuff that y'all come up with, it like, if y'all listen to some of these people, y'all are just as slow as them. All these fake bloggers, fake podcasters, fake YouTubers. How do you have a YouTube channel that only got 4K subscribers and you've been on YouTube 12 years and this is your job?
That's how I know it's my girl, Claressa, is not talking about me because I only have like 3,500 subscribers and YouTube is not my job. I just love doing this, really and truly. My husband was like, you talk a lot. And he helped me do this. Keyword. You'll get there one day, Claressa.
Ooh. You know what?
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. You're right.
You know what?
But this is my girl, New York Nay, right here. I gotta give her a clap. So shout out to New York Nay. I follow her on Instagram, and I think you need to listen to what New York Nay has to say about your live. You see, it's the same live back there because you might not. I troll a little bit, so you might think I'm a hater, but I'm not. I'm just trolling because I think it's funny, and I don't take offense to any of this stuff, honestly. So just trolling. But let's see what I can honestly say. I feel like how New York Nay feel. So let's hear what she has to say.
Claressa, I'm gonna be real honest with you. This is not even funny no more. Like, take us out the motherfucking group chat. And for you fellow idiots who be in the comments constantly, I don't know why you don't like her. I don't know why you're bothered. How y'all mad that she love her man? This is the fuck why, because you so overly hyped to be a fucking idiot.
Okay.
You so hyped to be stupid over this man, and it's killing me.
All of us,
It's
girl.
killing me. We're so tired.
All
And
of
then
us,
it's
man.
like-
All of us.
Y'all are fucking killing me with the, oh, why are y'all mad? This don't affect you at all. I'm so tired of y'all grown-ass women letting men play in your fucking face over and over and over, and y'all be upset when people is trying to look out. Like,
Facts.
we're trying to look out for this girl. You are a world fucking champion, acting like a fucking idiot bird bitch off the block.
I think Nay needed that round of applause. Let's continue, Nay.
What the fuck? We are the farthest thing from mad. Like, do you know
Facts.
the definition of mad? We are fucking annoyed. We're exhausted. We're exasperated. We're fucking weary, fucking fatigued. Because what's wrong with you? Like, let me tell you why we're mad. We're mad you're 30 years old and don't know how to eat. You keep
Facts.
fucking scraping your utensils off your teeth. You keep picking your fucking food with your hands like you're fucking 15. What's tea? But that's besides the point. Let me stay on track.
Okay.
Eat like a grown-ass man sucking food out your teeth every single bite. That shit is pissing us off. But again, that's not the point. We are irritated that you're going overly hard for a man who does not nearly do the same for you. He don't come up on these blogs, on these social media pages and talk about you at all. We have seen you try to kiss this man so many times and he has deaded you. Oh,
Facts. And on top of that, like, say, I saw where I peeped when 50 Cent put up the AI video of them, and, you know, clearly she got upset and she probably was terrorizing Papoose, allegedly, in the background, like, you better do something, you better do something. And she was clearly not satisfied with the way he handled it. Reason being, I think, my opinion, allegedly, okay, I have the Fair Use Act and the Fair Use disclaimer in my bio. Okay? So these are all my opinions, and it's for reaction purposes only. But my opinion. I feel like when she told him to handle it, and she seen that he went from a rap battle perspective, he didn't defend her the way he defended Remy that time. Do you remember a couple of years ago? And what 50 Cent said to Remy a couple of years ago, because I highlighted it on my videos a couple of episodes ago. He said, "Hey, Slim, you're losing mad weight," because she was losing weight. Papoose got super upset, did a whole Daphne Joy tagging, like, what's Papoose's obsession with Daphne Joy? That's the real question. But anyway, he tagged Daphne Joy in it. It was like, oh, if you can't get a man, or if he won't marry you, I could got friends I could hook you up with, blah, blah, blah. It didn't go nowhere. That was years ago. It didn't go nowhere. Then after that, this happened recently. And 50 Cent entered their chat and threw the AI joint up there. It was quiet for a little bit, and he came out with that old weird, LGBTQ plus stuff with 50 Cent's head on it, on Claressa body. But you know what I'm saying? It was weird. It didn't give the effect he thought it was gonna give. So he went back to like, no, battle. We need some bars. You running from Jim Jones and Fabulous and blah blah blah. It really wasn't a defense for Claressa, in my opinion. That's why she stepped above him and went and took whatever team she has behind the scenes and, hit the button with her machine, and they went and reached out to 50 Cent and got that all squared away. Because she didn't like the way he handled it. But also at the same time, he's not willing to defend you in public the way he defended Remy. He didn't even have to defend Remy because he didn't diss Remy in that post. He said she actually looked good. And he tagged in Daphne Joy and did all this other stuff and went on a tirade. Everybody was like, okay, Pap is defending his wife. He said, don't worry about my wife. Worry about Daphne Joy. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Claressa looked that up. Y'all remember that? But in this instance, he still reverted back to Daphne Joy, which to me is like, what's the obsession with Daphne Joy? What's the obsession? And then he reverted back and tagged her in it again, and it tagged the other baby mother in it. Like, to me, know what we know now about both of the baby mothers. It didn't have the power that he thought it was gonna have, right? So that was weird. So let's continue.
Over and over and over. You was popping shit on that interview about Remy, and he cut you off to bring up the album.
Facts.
The only one who can't see he don't like
He still defended Remy in that New York interview.
you is you. We're tired. We're tired as fuck. Oh, y'all never gonna make me stop talking about Papoose. Oh, he's upstairs. You're looking at us dead in our face, talking about he's upstairs and proceeding to point downwards. I don't even know what you're going through. I don't even know what you're going through. Talking about, is it the joke? The joke's not on me. It is. It's been for a long time now.
Facts.
Upstairs goes this way. Just thought you should know. But either way, he don't go nearly as hard for you, and it's pissing me off. Sister, you're beautiful. You are a world champion. Like, you going hard like he Jay-Z. None of us give a fuck
Nate, don't give her no compliments because that's going to backfire on you, girl.
about Papoose but you. Oh my God. You keep talking about a fucking plate to bring him upstairs. Why he never downstairs socializing with you?
Like I just said, when she walked down that long hallway and then busted left and went down another long hallway and opened up into a dark room where it looked like he was on his phone in the bed, like, man, when can I come back to Jersey? I miss y'all. To bring him food. I instantly said to myself, like, dang. I mean, I know she's training and everything, but like eating dinner. Like, we all can't sit at the table and eat together. Well, I got to be bringing you your food and I'm in training camp. And I mean, I get it, like, whatever, but it's very awkward and antisocial because even in your time together, he seems like he's apart from you. So that's interesting. Just send that man back to Jersey, girl.
Like the bitch, whoever that bitch, mysterious bitch is in the back, who keep hyping you up, she supports you more than Papoose. Matter of fact, beat her up too, because she's actually lying to you. Talking about clock it. Everyone's clowning you. Everyone.
Even the girls in the
He upstairs
back.
in the dark hiding from you. He is depressed. He wants to go home. Like, what are you
Facts.
talking about?
Need to have common sense. But you know what? Something my grandma told me all the time. She said common sense ain't that common.
We know, girl. Grandma was right, girl.
It's not. It's not that common. Like, I used to feel like everybody had common sense. Everybody was like, you know, everybody's not. What? Here you go. Let me see this comment. Oh, did they get it going already?
Oh, I don't look in this trash bag for my mic.
Why are you wearing fake hair? Are you ashamed? You gotta stop.
Now listen to her response to this. They asked her, why are you wearing fake hair? Are you ashamed? I even said that, like, you're in training. The cornrows didn't look bad to me, like her natural hair. Let it breathe type of thing. You could have put on a silk scarf, tie it up, boom, you're exercising. You're literally conditioning for your fight. So why the weave? Why put in that full long length weave to pin it up? Like, literally, it was nice for a couple of hours and then it went trash. It went... And then she has it pinned up, like, I think it gives her that feeling of like, this is my hair. But they said, why do you wear fake hair? Listen to her response. And you tell me if we're slow or...
You gotta stop.
Fake hair.
You gotta stop. One, this is human hair. Let's start there. I don't wear no synthetic.
You're wearing another human's hair. And I'm not bashing anyone who wears hair or anything like that. But if it's not growing out of your head, I mean, I understand it's mine because I bought it. I get that. I remember that from the 90s. I remember that. So I get it. It's hers because she bought it. But I don't think that's what the people were referring to.
Let's get it out the way. 100% human hair.
100%.
Now, with that,
Over the
I
head.
can wear my hair how I want to wear my hair. That's it. That's period. I can afford to wear my hair how I want to wear my hair. That should answer your question. Next question. The fucking lie. I'm seeing a lot of y'all.
So, I seen a lot of bloggers and social media influencers, a lot of them that have, like, for promo, contact in their bio. But nonetheless, I've seen a lot of vloggers and social influencers and paid promotioners that, you know, saying like, hey, defending Claressa lately. Like, why are you, it's so messed up that you guys are, you know, bullying a black girl because she's dark skinned, bullying her because she's, you know, blah, 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 right? And a couple of them was like, a lot of you look like Claressa when you were growing up. No, we did. No, we did. No, we did. But anyway, so the people that were defending her and saying, you know, stop being harsh on Claressa, all little black girls, and trying to group all the little black girls together. Listen to the message Claressa has for the people that are supporting her.
Videos defending me, and I love y'all for that. But to say that all these girls look like me when they don't have on makeup is a motherfucking lie.
And she wants to influence and be an inspiration to little girls. But let's continue.
They do not look this good without makeup. I'm sorry. Like, I understand what y'all saying, but
that would be in the background clocking that tea always, girl. Always. That's your biggest enemy. You don't even know it. But let's continue.
Skin clear.
They want to see you
Lips
crash
full.
out, and they're going to be right there for it.
High cheekbones, in shape.
They're going to fix your hair up and do you up and then wash your crash out. Those would be the biggest ones that's wanting you to crash out. Trust me. I've been young once.
So I get what y'all saying, but I actually look very fucking
hyping you
good
up
with no makeup. So we're not going to go there. Like, I'm not going to give them that credit, but we all look better when we put on makeup because makeup is meant to enhance your looks, right? It's not. Some girls' faces completely change. Mine,
yours,
I just look like it's like you don't see my.
One day you look like Scarlett. One day you look like Serena Williams. You put the makeup. One day you look like Vivica Fox, and I was like, how the hell she looks 60? Like a good looking 60. So I don't know who be doing your makeup, but it's sorcery.
Scars or the black under my eye from me not sleeping all the time. Like, that's what makeup is, but no. It's only one Claressa Shields, only one glow, and I'm fine as fuck. Just being clear. Clear.
That's crazy.
We're gonna tell Claressa Shields that it's not the flex that she think it is, saying that she's at Papoose mama house.
So now this is a couple of months ago. This was basically her last fight, like around her last fight, I should say. So I want to say, yeah, was it the last fight, or I don't know if it was like definitely the night after the fight, but summertime, right? So she's in New York with Papoose, I believe, or maybe her mom flew out there. His mom flew out there for the fight. I don't know. Don't get me to lying. And that's a part I don't want to do, is lie or fill in the blanks. But apparently Papooses' mom did a victory dinner and made oxtails and all that good stuff for Claressa. And I remember that because she was like, oh, that's my mother-in-law. And like, how you call a Remy mom-in-law your mom-in-law? Can the ink dry? Damn. But let's continue. This is, so I'm all over the place with it. Now we just kind of get into people, different social media, like some might be TikTok, some might be Instagram, but there's different people sharing opinions about Claressa throughout the year, last year up to present day.
Eating her victory dinner. I need somebody to tell her now, like, how many of y'all have been in a relationship and thought the mama was y'all friend? Thought she loved you and had your back and she supported y'all relationship and wanted to see things
until
go well. Nah, she wanted to get rid of that nigga.
Right.
And she was your friend because she felt like you was the one that she could get rid of him with. Yeah. Don't ever think that mama is your friend. It's not a flex to be friends with your in-laws or your boyfriend's mama. She don't give two F's about you. She always and always will be on her son's side, no matter what. Whether he's with you today, Claressa, and then tomorrow he decides he want to get back with Remy Ma, or Remy Ma and him decide to be together, she gonna be okay with that. She not gonna say, oh my God, don't hurt Claressa like that. No, she gonna be for whatever her son want. And
Facts.
if her son want Remy Ma back, then that's what it'll be. Girl, it's not a flex.
They might have messed around and had dinner at Remy Mansion for Christmas. Allegedly.
Somebody please run and tell her. Please run and tell her those mamas ain't for you. They for their kid. And their kid only. Okay? They for the come up. Okay? They see cha-ching when they look at you. Yeah, that's why she cooking for you. Cha-ching. All right? She see that you're going to keep her son employed and with a job. Hello? Girl, it's not the flex that you thought it was giving.
Facts.
Remy Ma getting back with Papoose 2026.
All right. We're still in TikTok land. I'm gonna move around a little bit. Like Nay, New York Nay, that was Instagram. Now we're over here on the TikTok. Smack the Messenger. So that before that was Bianca Unique. So shout out to Bianca Unique from TikTok. Now we're on to Smack the Messenger. Let me get back over here to him.
And I'ma just go ahead and say it. Remy Ma getting back with Papoose 2026. You mean to tell me y'all went to the same store yesterday within hours of each other? When people really break up, they don't even be trying to be in the vicinity of somebody else.
Facts, because you'd be like, yo, who all over there? That nigga there? Okay, I'm not coming. Well, let me know when he leave, and then I'll come through. So he ain't lying.
Huh? Come on now. Hey, Daniel's Leather. We know what you're doing. Listen, I want to see Remy and Pat back together. I'm sick of it. I know Claressa gonna be in the comments somewhere balling up bricks. But listen, baby girl, you came in between a marriage. Now,
Facts.
It was publicly played out. And yeah, Remy messed with another nigga. Papoose messed with Claressa. Y'all even. Papoose, you done waited for that girl for damn near a dime. Waiting for her to get home. Okay, she slipped up. So be it. Go get back with that girl. Don't listen to the internet. All these sorry single people. You in a relationship. Stuff happen. This stuff you can talk to your kids about so they don't make the same mistakes. I want to see Papoose and Remy back together. I love black love. And I ain't gonna lie. Lately, Remy, call it co-parenting or whatever. But you've been smiling like loving hip-hop days with Papoose, huh? And I've been hearing less and less freestyles since you...
What Remy says, she's an unproblematic woman. She's emotionally intelligent. And she's in control of her emotions. So there's no need to be upset. And she still has to co-parent because they have a beautiful daughter together.
Y'all been working it out as parents, okay? Call it what you want, but I see Remy and Papoose on the horizon. Claressa, it's okay, girl. Sidebar, whoever got to fight Claressa next, I pray for you, okay? Because she going to take it all out. I digress. 2026, I'm just telling y'all my thoughts, what I see on the horizon. I'm just a messenger. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it.
Loud part out loud that Claressa ain't listening.
So this is Mr. Mental Health on TikTok. And he talks about, a lot of things, but based on his name, you know what his main topic is. But let's hear what Mr. Mental Health has to say.
Listening to. She need to leave that nigga. Like I said, I fuck with Pat, but I feel like he's playing in her face. And he's pulling on her heartstrings. And seeing that interview with the Breakfast Club was cringe. It sucked and it was sad. Like, Pat don't even be doing shit.
This is so crazy because as a woman, I just thought about that when he said the Breakfast Club was cringe. I know it's January and I know we're moving towards February, and especially in her instance, she has to focus on her fight. So I don't recommend she holds any grudges, but the way I'm set up as a woman, I'd still be hot about that Breakfast Club interview. About the Breakfast Club interview, the fur coat situation at the store, my Louis Vuitton debacle, just all of it. I would be still hot about that Breakfast Club, though, guys. Would y'all? The way he cut, and then it's like, forget playing it over and over in my head. It's been playing all over and over the internet. It's like in purgatory on the internet. So me, the way I'm set up, to see it over and over, like, first of all, it'd probably be playing over and over and over in my head again if I was her, or if that happened to me at the Breakfast Club. But then to see it on the internet again, and then I'll be looking at like a game from different angles, like, yo, you really cut me off, yo, you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would probably would have been broken up with him before Christmas. Facts. But let's continue.
In life at this point to really be doing interviews, unless it's about some old drama between him and Remy, but to have both of them go up there, because Claressa's out making moves, she doing shit, she boxing. But for them to have them come up on a Breakfast Club to talk to Pat about Remy in front of Claressa, like, there no respect level, no nothing. And I can understand why Claressa felt the need to just talk, because she got to insert herself in some type of way, shape, or form. Like, it seemed like a whole fucking setup. So she's trying to, speak and, have a hand in the conversation. But love, he probably in your ear like, don't listen to the internet. You know what I'm saying? You know how they listen to us.
Facts.
Listen to us about this. Leave that man. Leave that man. Try and tell you. Because when you get with somebody that love you, that like you for you, oh, them pictures y'all take together gonna hit different, I promise you.
Facts.
Your man gonna be cheesing just as hard as you. But you be the only one like happy to be there. Pat be looking like medium happy. You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing is, I want to shout out the guys. Like, shout out to the men out there, you know, that are giving the true advice, you know. And I know some of them, you know, getting backlash because, you know, so she's saying that, you know, you're sissy and trying to, you know, emasculate men. But, you know, guess what, boobs? You emasculated Papoose when you stepped in on that 50 Cent beef and took it over. You picked him up and carried him over the threshold like it was the honeymoon. With that one. But back to what I was saying over here. It's good to see men, you know, because not a lot of men, you know, a lot of guys that, you know, think similar to Papoose, you know, they're like, this is great. You got you a young thing. You can you can mold her, you know, like, yeah, they like it. But it's good to see other men that are like, you know, we're trying to warn you, right? I just hope that she heeds it or gets some type of discernment sooner than later. I know I troll. Even on this video here, I trolled her so far and joked and everything. But really and truly, I'm in this group chat because I care. I know you probably be like, whatever, you don't care, whatever. When the noise dies down, when the buzz settles down, and you're alone with your real true thoughts of discernment, not these fake friends around you, you know, gassing you into buying them Skims, not these, you know, people that's on your payroll that's paid to tell you that you look good and you're great and you're beautiful, you're the beautiful. It's like she reminds me of Cinderella. Was it? No, Snow White. With the witch, the evil stepmother. That was like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? You know, that. If you really look at our princess stories from back in the days when we were kids, a lot of it is deep, right? But like the stepmother, the evil stepmother, ironically, was so focused on being the prettiest one that she became so ugly. She was so focused on being so pretty that she was ugly. Y'all know the story. Every day she acts that mirror. And in this case, the mirror is the internet. It's her phone. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? That's a dangerous thing. Well, let's continue.
Come on, Claressa, get up out of there. Bob and weave.
But Claressa is, we all have been saying Claressa. But Claressa
Now, this is
just a woman that's
Princess Jones official. And I want to give Mr. Mental Health a shout out and a clap, round of applause. And I also want to give Miss Princess Jones official. Let's hear what she has to say.
in love with a man that is known to use women. And I'm going to tell you how I came to this conclusion. We've all been giving Pap his flowers ever since Remy was in prison. The black love, loving hip hop. But I saw an interview about how when him and Remy met, he moved in with her and her son. She said this grown man came in with all his Brooklyn stuff.
One of the first people to realize that.
It's so crazy
Like
because I'm used to living by myself. Me and, my son, and we're in this big house by ourselves, and we kind of, have our own thing. And then we have this grown guy that comes in with all of his Brooklyn. And he's not just a guy, he's your husband, by the way.
Right.
They asked Pap, what
She refused to claim him early out. But let's continue.
what did y'all do for your first date? He said, oh no, we would always just sit in the car and smoke and chat and talk.
How I knew that she was the one for me was because we'd be sitting in the motherfucking car just talking all night. And then when I leave her, I'm like, damn, I miss her.
Look at her face.
So when you're not with a person and
She's like, I fell for this.
How was your first date? Where did you take her?
we used to do shit like that, just sit and smoke all night.
And I want to just add to that, because I've seen this part. on the Breakfast Club a couple of months ago, not this recent interview. I want to say it was the Breakfast Club. Yeah. But they asked Claressa, like, how was their first date? One of these podcasts, one of these interviews, because, they've been on a relationship tour for all 2025. But they asked her, what was the date like, her first date with Papoose? And she said her first date with Papoose, they got Chinese food and they ate it in the Sprinter van. So they chilled and they talked and ate in the Sprinter van, probably smoked, allegedly, while eating Chinese food. Now, we know New York Chinese food is very economically priced. Did you get chicken wings and fried rice? Chicken wings and shrimp fried rice? Did you get the container? What did you get? But his date with Claressa doesn't sound too far off from his date with Remy, right? Just sitting in the car with Remy, just smoking, talking. With Claressa, he was in the Sprinter van, Chinese food, talking. He's letting you know what he do. His biggest gift is to gab.
In the car.
Okay, so let's put this together. The first dates, he never really took Remy out on dates.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking and smoking with her, She's a single mom. I'm not sure exactly how they met, but she's a single mom. And you meet this guy from Brooklyn, and he's like, you know how New York men love to talk? They talk. They got a good talk game. He seems like he's very, he's like always there to do things. Like you know how a man could not necessarily trick you, but get you to feel like, oh,
trust them.
Back.
Yeah,
oh,
you gain their trust.
Doing everything that I ever wanted a man to do.
Like,
not
no one's done this for me
financially, or taking care of things financially. But if you need something picked up from the grocery store, or if you need your feet rubbed, or if you need somebody to clean your house while you're at work, those type of men, the ones that make your life easier. So you're not really noticing that they're not really making your life easier, because acts of service, they're providing acts of service. They're taking out the trash, they're putting gas in the car, but with your debit card, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And women that are bosses, they appreciate that type of thing, because we are always doing everything ourselves, especially if you're a boss.
And I remember Claressa said that. I even highlighted it a couple of episodes, I think my last episode, about her, where she said, that family members or people, she would do so much for people, but these same people that she helped out couldn't even come and help her cook dinner or wash a dish or help her clean up her house or help her, just be a help to her, right? While she's trying to do everything else to be everything for everyone. So this, Princess Jones is hitting it on the head. So a guy like, Papoose coming along and being helpful with acts of services, I could see how she's blown away. But the finances about to be blown away. All right, let's continue. Allegedly.
You're a single mom. A man come in your life and he's just driving your car, and you don't got to worry about putting gas. He bring it back on full, even though he used your debit card. You don't got to stop. You don't got to pump the gas. Oh, you appreciated that at first until you're always flipping the bill, and then it's like,
where's your money?
What's tea? Like, you don't ever got no money? That's the type of man I see Pat as. Very, accommodating and easy to be around, because, he's going to carry your purse. He's going to tie your shoes. He's going to make sure the car is parked, so you don't have to park it. But it's your car. It's your car. He's parking your car.
And that's the part I think is not sinking in yet. She's in that jaded honeymoon phase where it's like, oh, he does so much for me. But it's your stuff, girl. It's your stuff. And you should not be in a position where you're divvying up your assets or allowing access to your assets until he is fully divorced. My opinion.
I see it very clearly now. He went from Remy's house to Claressa's house. Y'all don't see it? It's a pattern. Men that have never had their own, I just saw a video, men that have never been head of household, they are dangerous. They've never signed a lease. They've never had their own mortgage. They've always lived with the woman, whether it's the girlfriend, the mama, the sister, the cousins. It's always them living with someone. That is a dangerous man to date. So he went from Remy to Claressa, two bad chicks, I can't even say the other word, with their own money, their own assets, their own everything. What I will also say about men like that is when they move into your stuff and they start driving your car and start living, what's yours become theirs. I have been in that situation before where you allow a man to move in with you and he doesn't have really anything. Now what you have, it becomes a couple's property. Oh, let me get the car. It's no longer let me drive your car. Let me get the car. Where are the keys? I'm coming to the house. I tell you, it's not Claressa. We got it wrong. Yes, she is a little loony, you know. She's aloof to what's really going on because she's in love. But she's
I want to just kind of go back a bit right there because
been in that situation before where you allow a man to move in with you and he doesn't have really anything. Now what you have, it becomes a couple's property. Oh,
public
let me
pro-
get the car. It's no longer let me drive your car. Let me get the car. Where are the keys? I'm coming to the house. I tell you, it's not Claressa. We got it wrong. Yes, she is a little loony, you know. She's aloof to what's really going on.
and I just want to put it right here. He's the same supporting actor. But anyway, let's continue.
Because she's in love. But she's really just a cleanup woman because he don't have nowhere to go. Or if he has, it's not on the level of what he's used to living on. Y'all.
I'm gonna tell you like this, like, especially when you come from stuff, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm all that or anything like that. But if you're used to like a certain level of comfort, right? And it could, and everyone around you could be opulent. Everyone could be rich, right? But if you're used to, and I'll just keep it simple. If you're just used to your house, your bed, it don't have to be even rich or nothing like that. Your bed is super comfortable, right? But now you're at family's house for the holidays, and you're there for a week, and you're sleeping in, I don't know, your grandma's guest room, and that bed is like super hard, right? And you're like, damn, I'm here for a week. I'm gonna have back pains by the time I'm done. I'm ready to go home. Just that alone, that uncomfortness, make you miss your stuff, make you miss your bed. Am I making any sense? So when you're used to having things a certain way, being able to, do what you want to do, right? The comfort. And then all of that's kind of like pulled, like that rug is pulled out from underneath you, and you kind of have to start over. And then, Clarissa's to start over. I don't know. I just don't feel like he's 100% all the way happy with his circumstances right now. Me personally. I don't have any dog in the race. I don't know for sure. But this is my opinion. Just coupled with everything we've been looking at, right? Coupled with everything we've been looking at. Then the irony of this, you ever notice that she always explains like, oh, Pap doesn't like being on camera. Pap doesn't like being on camera. Pap was on literally a whole reality show for like 10 years, 10 plus years. How does he not like to be on camera when that was his whole thing, was being on camera? But anyway, let's continue.
But go watch those old interviews. Remy, her face, she always had on shades. Her face, every time they asked her about her relationship and Pat was present, he was answering the questions. And she was like, looking at him like,
hey, man, you lying.
I can honestly see them at dinner and her sliding her debit card under the table so that he could pretend that he's paying for her. I've done it before because you don't want to be embarrassed because your man ain't got no money. He doesn't have what it takes to really date a boss bitch like you. I've done it. I get it.
We've all done it.
It's been Papoose all along.
It's for real.
So I had to kind of test her theory and say, let me see if I can find some interviews or interactions with Papoose and Remy to see how her body language was during those interviews, right? So let's take a look here. But in particular, with this interview, I want you to hear what Remy says as she describes her relationship and as she describes Papoose.
Say about 2 years into the marriage, maybe. 2 years into the marriage. But listen, I had to be sure. Okay, he was laying a lot of game on me. I was like, listen, this is too good to be true. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait for you to flip it. Yeah. Well, now we see it wasn't good.
Did you hear her? They asked her, when did you realize you were in love with Papoose, right? And she said about 2 years into the marriage. because she felt like he was running mad game on her. So she had to see if it was real or not because he ran mad game on her. Let's go back just a little bit so you can hear that. I didn't mean to go back that far. All right.
But listen, I had to be sure, okay? He was laying a lot of game on me. I was like, listen, this is too good to be true. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait for you to flip back.
Well, now we see it wasn't gay.
In that 13 years later, no, it wasn't gay, but I didn't know that. I'm from Brooklyn. I had to be,
Okay.
There's a lot of men,
You heard Remy. She was like, I ain't know that. You run, you from Brooklyn. They run mad game. So I didn't know. I had to be sure.
unfortunately lied to a woman. So I found it hard to convince her that I genuinely love her. You know what I'm saying? It was very hard, but I had to show her over a period of time. So
yeah, I was telling him, like, I like you already. You don't have to throw the extra on top. I like you. Like, just stop. So it was hard to believe. Like, we grow up as women sometimes. So when he was coming, I was just like, listen, I like you already. You don't have to do all of that extra stuff. It's cool. And then even when we were married, we got married when we were really young. So it was just like, we'll see how long this lasts. About that.
From the moment
Papoose.
Yeah, so many levels. Get out here and do what you got to do to take care of her.
So now this one, I believe this is from TikTok as well, all alleged, but Tasha K, we know the infamous Tasha K, right? Shout out to Tasha K. I don't want no problem to give you a kiss out there. Tasha K has been on doing her own exposés on Claressa Shields, and she has been on it. She's been talking to family members, digging up taxes. I don't know who she working for, who payroll she on, 50 Cent, who payroll. Because Tasha is out in them streets, okay? She's from the courthouse to the streets with it. And apparently she came across some paperwork that said that Papoose, who's governmentally known as Willie Mackey, allegedly, I should have worn my allegedly shirt for this one, but allegedly owes over $300,000 worth of taxes dating back to 2012. Now, I've recently heard that they're trying to say that Remy, too, owes taxes, which in my opinion would kind of make sense if they're husband and wife. I don't know. But they're saying it all kind of makes sense, right? But he apparently owes $3,000 allegedly going back to 2012. So let's get into this. And this was the tea, or the wine, I should say, that came over from Tasha K.
The only way that he can take care of it is through somebody else, is what they didn't accomplish. Y'all, this is crazy on so many levels. They're saying the records are suggesting that he hasn't paid federal taxes in over 12 years, y'all. 12 years. And they're saying this is public information that's on file in New York. Everything is alleged. Even my name is alleged. I don't know who says that.
That's Tasha
Y'all,
K.
boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is crazy on so many levels. This man is pathetic, and I got everything listed, y'all. Notice of the federal tax lien. I had to scratch out the little serial numbers and all the phone numbers and all that stuff. But yes, y'all, this is what they're saying. He owes all of this money. They even have 2025 on here. A last day of filing. Yeah, 2025, 2027, 28, 29. Yeah, and this goes back from 2015 to 2019. And he has not yet paid this money. Y'all, he's looking like a deadbeat dad right now. And the only thing that's making him look good right now is Claressa's money. Making him look good right now. He's getting her to do deals and make sure that he get paid for this little management position. He made sure that when he got in with her, that he could get this money legitly so that he don't have to beg her for no money. He can make it look like he's working for it. Y'all, this is crazy. Why did he get on social media and lie through his teeth, y'all, about writing all these songs and this and that? What did he do with all the money when he was writing all the songs? Because he wasn't paying his bills. He wasn't paying her Grammy bills. Now you see why she kicked him out if he was stealing her jewelry. He had got down to his last. I guess he was going to go out here and hustle and flip it or something. I don't know, y'all. But it's looking bad right now. Everybody is looking down on Papoose right now. They are. They're looking at him like he's using Claressa. And the things that he's doing makes no sense. You mean to tell me you're going to go and take, allegedly, take money that she gave you and go buy your wife a coat? When you got $300,000 tax lien that you got to pay from the IRS?
Well, my thing is this. Let's see if those tax liens are going to be there after this year, because he got $1.6 million for being a manager. Actually, I think that's a smart idea. Work and be on the payroll and get that money, and then clear up your past debt. Because if you have joint debt, I can see that causing the marriage or the divorce to be delayed if they're really trying to get a divorce, right? So maybe him working and on the payroll where he can make some money to pay for the debt and then, the divorce, that might help him out. So honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea, Clarissa, that you got Papoose on your payroll because you're technically helping your man out, right? You're technically helping your man pay for his divorce without paying for it. I gotcha. Winka, winka. I gotcha. But I don't know if it's true or not, right? So that's not for me to be like, oh yes, he's a deadbeat or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you like this: the way I used to respect Papoose and kind of look up to him, like not really look up to him, but like respect what they had, right? I tell you, when everything went down last year, I was team Papoose. And to me, Clarissa seems super innocent and off my radar. So I was like, yo, Remy, leave her alone. For multiple reasons. She boxed and she ain't doing nothing to you. You out here with easy to block captain, like leave them alone. That's how I was in the beginning. But then, the timelines, the dates, the sliding into the DMs, them two doing their relationship world tour and confirming the dates of when they started kicking in. Kind of look back and be like, well, damn, I had this all wrong. And I've since then apologized to Remy, but I feel like this was a smart lick. I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
Shopping. He stayed going in the Louis Vuitton stores and this and that and flossing. He's wearing all of these Versace this and that and this, and you not paying your bills. And I thought that by now.
But that's how those people tend to be. People that are not good with money. They don't think about like, financial stability or making financially sound decisions or purchases or investments. It's like, $7,000 for that shirt. We good. We can get that. Urging you, you can get that $37 Van Cleef necklace. You could afford it. You good for it. And they'll encourage you to make big purchases. So that way you won't be looking at them crazy when they start making big purchases. They'll be like, you deserve that. You deserve that, champ. You deserve that chain. You deserve that ring. You deserve that car. And I'm not saying she doesn't. She does. But the encouragement starts with you deserving it, which will then pivot around to them deserving it because they're there for you.
12
Seen
years.
it all the time.
The IRS come for you when you owe them money like that, especially if you're on social media and you spend it. You spend it. You can't say you don't have it if you out here publicly spend it. Now, this could be why also Papoose never liked to be on social media. Now, he can't help but be on social media because his new boo is always on social media, putting her business out to the world. But is this a good thing for him that she's putting his business out to the world, that he's shopping?
And I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to stop because I know I probably talked all through this episode, but okay. I will say this. They should be lucky that they're not in North Carolina. I'll just say that for start. I said it several times. Tim and Brene, right? Tim and Brene right now is on their own raggedy relationship tour, trying to prove to the people how innocent they are with their relationship. But with these two, and I'm gonna go back a bit because I kind of lost my train of thought, but it was kind of really around like the whole thing. I'm gonna bring it back.
Never like to be on social media. Now,
there we go. Thank you, homegirl, for getting me back on track. Papoose doesn't like being on social media, right? And I can only imagine for multiple reasons. First of all, the demographic, the age group he's in, social media wasn't our thing, for real, right? So when you're like, you've been up here for 12 years and you got X amount, I don't care about that because the streets it was where we more so kind of conducted business, like hands on in the street, anything. Not just like fighting or violence, you know what I'm saying? Like selling out CDs hand to hand, selling music, performing, getting that cash up front, before streaming. So it just was different. And then some people didn't transition well from street to social media. 50 Cent was he's a chef's kiss. He's in our age group, super transition from street to social media flawlessly. Not everybody can do so. And you could tell because of the way it's received online from, when they do stuff. Right. So I feel like he's not divorced. He still has IRS or back taxes going on. He's probably trying to be low key to kind of navigate those waters and play it safe. Right. And so I could see where he would get uncomfortable being online. Because just like with Tim and Brene, they did everything online. And what did the ex-wife Akira do? Document everything they did. And she won $1.7 million. All right? So we could be sitting here and like we're all in the group chat and we're just angry. But maybe Remy's sitting there documenting everything. Like, yo, look at this parading. They just gallivanted this relationship around while I'm still not divorced. We just don't know, right? So it could be a number of reasons as to why he wants to be low-key. And I feel like those same reasons why he wants to be low-key is the same reasons why she is forcing him to be on the internet. Allegedly.
He can't help but be on social media because his new boo is always on social media, putting her business out to the world. But is this a good thing for him that she's putting his business out to the world, that he's shopping and every time they go shopping, she's recording this and that and this? If he thinks for 1 minute that the IRS will not be watching him and paying attention to what he's doing, think again, y'all.
Let me tell you, my homegirl, and I should never be saying this, but she works for them folk. And I'll just say like this. Social media is one of the biggest tools they use for investigations. All right, let's continue.
Papoose better get it together for real, or he be going to jail. You can't keep on playing with them people like that. You cannot, y'all. This is crazy on so many levels. You outbanned fur coats.
Right now, I'm telling this story as many times.
So this has been circulating against too. A lot of things have been coming up since the 50 Cent beef, which I'm like, what's that about? But this popped up where it says, and I just threw it in here because, the 50 Cent beef kind of died down a little bit. We still got our radar and our spidey senses up for it, but it seemed like he's doing a lot of business deals and he's just mildly trolled them. Excuse me. But this was popping up and I was like, this is something good to add to it. Could this be also why Papoose has a little bit of animosity towards 50 Cent? So let's listen.
So I told you, it just hit me right now. Like, yo, what's good with that job? I got paperwork saying that you would give me a job.
Right.
If he ever call me and need me for anything, I got him. It's
right.
Not without a
It's
question.
It's going to loop again.
Anyone else that we know that was there for you like that? Because that's when you really see who your friends are.
The one besides Keish that I always talk about, and every time I see him, I tell him thank you. Because it wasn't like we was enemies or we didn't hang out together.
Mm-hmm.
Was 50 Cent, Mr. Curtis Jackson.
Wow.
Whenever I put in for an appellate judgment or an appeal, he made sure that letters was written. He personally signed them, telling the judge, like, if you do grant her this release, she'll have a job. I'll make sure she has a job over here. This is where she'll be working. X, Y, and Z.
Wow.
I need to hold him up to that. Like, yo, you was gonna give me a job.
So let me pause right there. How dope is that? First of all, shout out to 50 Cent. All right, if you have any jobs for podcasters or news announcers or anything like that, salute. I'm your girl. Holla at me. Let me give you an e-kiss there. But shout out to 50 Cent because he didn't have to do that, right? Remy was a married woman. I know she's a fellow artist. She wasn't even signed to him. She was signed to Fat Joe and the Terror Squad at the time, and he said, hey, I'll write these letters for your appeal and I'll let them know that I'll employ you and you'll have a job upon your release. I think that Papoose should kind of be grateful for that. That's interesting. Right. And also, just to kind of circle back to the beef that 50 Cent had with Papoose and Claressa over the weekend, Claressa was like, oh, he's a washed up rapper. He had, no success. And what? Are you not familiar with the Power universe? Do you know how many people he employed? You went to Shreveport. You enjoyed and partied with him out there. I know you really don't believe that 50 Cent is a washed up rapper or never had any hits, and Papoose did. But I'll continue.
With that.
Let me get a check.
We need Remy on Power.
Let me get a check. Yeah, I just thought about that right now while I'm telling this story. As many times as I told you, it just hit me right now. Like, yo, what's good with that job? I got paperwork saying that you would give me a job.
Right.
If he ever call me and need me for anything, I got him. It's
right.
not without a question.
So this was a long one, guys, and I'm happy that you all stuck in there with me on this here Friday. But I wanted to leave you all with the Clorenzo dance break before we get out of here. All right, guys. So thank you all. And I think I might do that next week again. Put up a poll, some topics, and see what you all want to talk about. And we'll talk about it and make it a live on Friday. Well, a live premiere on Friday, if you will. I'm working my way up to the lives, guys. So bear with me. But without further ado, I'm going to end it here with a Clorenzo dance break. Hey! 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 Come on! Hey! 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 One more time? Oh, I thought she was gonna give us one more time. But y'all, I just wanted to end on a light note because even though, you know, I try to mix in some of the serious with some of the lightheartedness or whatever like that, it is a serious thing out there. And I was saying the other day, like, you know, I was just talking and I was like, you know, if I was at that age that Claressa is now, and I was, because I've messed with some horrible dudes, guys, you know, and I wish I had a team of the internet, a team of mental health specialists on the internet, psychics, tarot readers, spiritualists, old grandmas, church ladies, and rapping aunties on the internet around the world telling me to move on and not mess with that guy. I wish I had the signs, you know, but what can you do, right? We can live to see another day, and that's what we shall do. So I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all, and I'm gonna hit you with the motto, and I'm gonna hit you with the brand. But before I do that, you already know, join me in the comments with anything. Leave markers, especially this was a long one, and I like that because we can just start a thread. So hit a timestamp or whatever you want me to talk about or whatever you want to talk to me about, and we can go back and forth, right? And that's after, because this is definitely going to be a live premiere. So I hope you see me in the live right here. Okay, but I'm gonna leave y'all here. Hit you with the motto, hit you with the brand. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. And from my lips to your ears, you know I love you, but I need you to love me. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, all right? Hit the like button. When you hit the like button, you'll see it swipe to the left. Hit that hype button, okay? Hype me up. And then join me in the comments. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Then share it. Tell a friend, and tell a friend. And until next time, it's your girl Gangali, and it's She Could Talk the Podcast. And I'm out. Peace.